So in Fable, I mean, one of the things that's interesting comparing, let's say, like the three longer films you have, we haven't discussed Cape Mahu yet. Still pronouncing that wrong. Haven't talked about that yet, but we're talking mainly about Fable and Feral. And it seems to me like, I mean, the title in Fable suggests that you're writing a fable, right? That you're talking about completely fictional, maybe allegorical characters. Whereas Fable is a historical character, right? That's what's the name of the young German
In
boy who
Feral,
likes
yeah. Well, it started out as the story of Caspar Hauser,
Caspar Hauser, right? Yeah,
which was, I mean, there's some debate about whether his story was real or not, but I think
yeah.
the
Right,
person was real.
yeah.
And it was a story in Nuremberg, Germany, a boy who was found kind of aimless and who didn't know how to speak, how to write, how to interact with the people, and only knew, actually, he knew how to write one sentence, and that was it. And the sentence was, "I want to be a rider like my father." Rider, as in horse rider, someone who rides.
Right, a
I
writer.
want to be a
Yeah,
rider like my father,
yeah,
and that's a big mystery evolved out of that. And it was later found out that after he was kind of educated, he was able to tell the story that he had been kind of locked up in a dungeon throughout his whole childhood. He never
right,
saw another human being. His food and water were kind of slid under the door for him. Uh, and so he was in his own inner world for his whole childhood. And I thought that was a really fascinating idea. How does a human being evolve in a vacuum without
yeah,
socialization?
yeah,
You know, it seems like other animals are able to be themselves almost instantly. They have those kind of built-in instincts. A dog is always a dog no matter what.
right,
But a human being, it's almost like they're kind of half-baked, and they need that kind of socialization and that kind of learning in order to become fully human. And a lot of it is mimetic. By being exposed to language and to the way people behave, you start to behave and speak like them. But what if a child is brought up being surrounded by another species or
yeah.
surrounded by other things? Do they start to? I see your cat back there. Do they start to imitate that?
Oh my god. Sorry to interrupt.
So yeah, I mean, if you're surrounded by cats and you never see another person, you probably start to act a little bit like a cat, right?
Right. Maybe so.
And I
Yeah.
thought that was a really fascinating thing, that human beings, for being such a highly evolved species and so intelligent, are actually completely at the mercy of their environment in terms of how they develop.